Hey, good morning, everybody. We're going to go over our Forex trades for today, Wednesday, February 4th. Busy day, so we're going to get to it. Economic news. We did have some numbers come out, 8:15, 9:45, and 10 a.m. The biggest number was ISM non-manufacturing, which came in pretty much as expected, just a hair below estimates, but still showed an expanding economy. This is one of the numbers that is actually contrary to most of the other numbers. Although I guess I shouldn't say that. I guess the other numbers do show an economy expanding, just not expanding at a quick pace. And as I said, this came in just a little bit below estimate, so it's expanding, but again, not at a quick pace. But let's get to it. We had 7 trades, lost 14.4 pips. Of the 7, 6 were full scalps. The one was a swing scalp that was only 10% of our normal size. That just we talked about it yesterday. Just went against us right from the beginning. It was almost like we got short within a half an hour or less than that. The news broke about Greece with the EU and the ECB and Germany, and it made the pound and the euro rally, and it just rallied in our face. It ended up being a false breakdown. I still believe if that news didn't come out, it would have not have been a false breakdown. It would have been a really good trade. Has a lot of room to come down, the pound, the yen. But with that news, that changes things. And it wasn't scheduled or anything like that. It was just, that's just bad luck. But we stuck to our guns. We set our stop and we wrote it and eventually got stopped out last night. But let's go over. Oh, here, I'll show you that real quick. That was the pound, the yen, which again, you'll if you recognize this chart from yesterday's video, here was the breakdown. Ended up being a false breakdown. It's right up against these lower highs. Maybe just broke that. We got out. As you see there, we lost 289.6 pips, but we had 10% of our normal size, so we adjusted as 28.9 pips. Those things happen. Again, if Greece didn't come out and say what they said, if they were sticking to their guns as far as their, the new president, as far as their debt, if they weren't willing to renegotiate, that news would never have broke. And we really believe this thing was going to pull in, which many of our trades do work out. But again, when you have news that breaks that's not scheduled like that, there's nothing you could really do. The only thing you could do is cover with a smaller loss. But then how do you know if you don't let it run out the way the algorithm is telling you to run out, and you decide to override the algorithm, take a smaller loss, and let's say you lose, instead of losing 289, let's say you lose 140 pips, half that, and then the thing reverses and works out for you. Now you're kicking yourself in the butt because you didn't listen to what the formula. So we stuck to our guns, like I said, and we lost to 28.9 pips. The rest of the trades are just full out scalps, which was, the scalps are always a grind. Here was a long. This is U.S. dollar, Japanese yen. This was a long 117.651. We scalped that for 4.7 pips, and you can see it was just running. It was just running. Then we got another signal to go long 117.755 on another breakout. It picked up five pips there. The second one we probably should have held a little bit longer just to see if it would make a run up towards the figure, which it did. It ran up to about 117.98 or so, 97, 98. But, between those two, you're looking at 9.8 pips there. Euro to yen. This was last night. We had a scalp of a long 135.210. We picked up 5.4 pips there, selling it at 135.264. And you can see that thing ran all the way into the 30s. It looked like it was going to really power up higher. We were kind of surprised it stalled out. And then this morning, you have this tight consolidation, and we get a signal to go long here, 134.662. Unfortunately, this was a false breakout, and there was no news that altered this. It was a false breakout, and once it wasn't moving, couldn't run, we took the lost 13.1 pips. Ended up making the right decision because ultimately it came in pretty hard. Came in actually to the figure and under the figure. So, but again, scalps, that's what you do with scalps. You're looking to lose 15, 20, 25, 30 pips, something like that. So that was well in the range of a scalp loss. Euro, Australian dollar. This was a nice move. We were long this 1.47112. Picked up 6.8 pips, selling it at 147.180. You can see there it ran all the way up to 147.34 before stalling out, pulling in a little bit, and then making another run, and it ran all the way up to 147.44.45 area. So if you were in that trade, it was a really solid trade for a scalp. Like I said, we picked up the 6.8. And then the last trade was a short in Australian dollar, Japanese yen. Again, full scalp. Short this 91.189. Came in. We originally set our profit target to cover just above the figure. We were at, I believe, 91.04. We got a little impatient with it. We will definitely admit that. Picked up 5.6 pips, covering at 91.133. It looks a lot easier here, but it's juking and jiving. While it was coming down, it was having a lot of trouble breaking 91.16, 91.15 on the bid. Finally did. It was trading, went down to 91.10, and then it was hovering around that 91.11, 91.10, 91.11, 91.12 area on the bid side. So, as you got to cover on the offer side. So we covered 91.133, picking up the 5.6 pips. It ultimately came down to the figure. Actually may have broke the figure there. I wasn't watching it once we were out, but the candle here shows it broke the figure by about 4 or 5 pips. So if you were in that trade, you had all the room there to make money on that trade, as well as we did, or even better than we did if you stuck to the guns of covering somewhere near the figure. So admittedly, we got out of that a little bit early, so maybe we probably left about 9 pips on the table. I mean, we were looking to get out 91.0.040. So, but we'll take it. I mean, we'll have to take it. We're down 14.4 pips. We cut our loss in half from that trade from the news from Greece. So, sort of an accomplishment, I guess. Unfortunately, it took us 7 trades to do it. But that's what you get. One good sign is, the market's been picking up. Not just the volatility's picking up, but now we're starting to get some decent amount of trades, at least so far this week. It's been a little bit more. This is the busiest day we've had in 2 months since before the holidays. So that's it. We're gonna wrap it up. If you trade now, good luck. If any signals come out, they'll be coming your way. And we'll do a video again tomorrow, assuming we get some action. We are in a New Zealand dollar. Let me switch this here if I have it. Yep. We're in this New Zealand dollar to US dollar. We're long this. Okay, when's it coming up? We're long this 74.146. But again, it's not a pure scalp, so we don't have a full position on. So we're doing okay. It did run up to 0.7448 area while we were sleeping. But we're looking for a much bigger run than that. So we'll see what this does. Hopefully it works out. But so we're in this trade. I don't know when we're going to get out of it. We can get out today with a loss or a profit. Tonight with a loss or profit. Tomorrow with a profit or a loss. Who knows? So when we do get out of it, we'll definitely do a video. And if we get any scalp trades either tonight and tomorrow, we'll do another video. If we don't get out of this and no scalp trades tonight and tomorrow, we won't be doing a video, obviously. So that's it. We're going to wrap it up. Have a great evening, and we'll be back when we're back.